Hi, welcome to I Love You More Than Gumbo with Jenny O. I've got another Pampered Chef demo video today, and I'm demonstrating a lot, which is why you see a lot going on. I've got my deluxe grill and griddle, my mandolin, my manual food processor, my chef's knife, my mini tongs, got the Southwestern spices, I've got a flexible cutting mat, I've got a garlic press, and I've got some measuring spoons. I've got a lot. But the best thing about today is that we're trying recipes. I have got 4 recipes. We are doing one from the taste buds. We're going to do the Asian shrimp. However, let me show you how good it looks, just in case you like shrimp. It's the shrimp stir fry using the Asian packet that came in my taste bud subscription. If you haven't done the taste bud subscription, you get a month to month. You can do a 3-month or a 6-month. You prepay for it. And every month you're going to get a different set of spices, spice mixture, and you're going to get your recipes. And you're going to get multiple, not just the one. But I don't like seafood, so I'm going to use chicken instead of shrimp. So we're going to do Asian chicken stir fry. And then that's going to be later on. But what we're going to do in the grill right now is fajita bites and easy fajitas. And what's great about these recipe cards is that they're for the stone and the black skillet, but they also have alternative recipes for the grill. And I want to use my grill. I love my grill. Okay, so we're at 350, and I've got my timer for 10 minutes according to the recipe cards. And we're going to prep our veggies. And I've got the chicken all washed. We'll get the chicken prepped, and everything's preheated to 350. I've got my Southwestern spice mixture. I've got the 4th recipe, the tortilla soup. We'll make that after my husband's finished boiling his snow crab legs. I'm sharing the kitchen with him for right now. So we'll make this last. All right, this is actually going to be something new for me because I just got the mandolin. And there is an option to use the food processor, the manual food processor for the onions as well. So let's take a look at the recipe cards and see which one says to use the rapid prep mandolin. Okay, slice the pepper and onion into 1/4 inch thick strips using the chef's knife, or slice on number 5 thickness. Okay, let's look at how easy that is. Let me take this little tray off of the back of the mandolin. The dials are right here. We're going to put it on to slice. So the dial is on slice, and we're going to turn this number dial to number 5, since that's what the recipe card tells us to do. And then this little tray to catch the onions is going to slide right between here, and it locks into place. There we go. And one thing I will say about this grill, even though the plates are at 350, this is cool to the touch. So we're going to cut the onion into pieces that will fit into the hopper. I'm going to do this at an angle so you can see how easy this is. Now I have some chopped onion. And that is it. All right. So I'll just take that out, and I've got small pieces of onion from my husband. He doesn't like the big pieces. And I've got big pieces of bell pepper. We are going to use the knife for the remainder of the bell pepper to cut it into quarters, quarter-sized cups. and we're going to use the food processor for the other onion. So I'm going to move this to the other side of the counter. And I'm going to get a little plate. I'm going to make these into cups. All right, those are made into little cups. Now we'll get this onion ready for the food processor. You always want to be careful with this blade because it is very sharp. Now let's just double check the instructions. We're going to get it ready for the, oh, that's the wrong one. We're going to get it ready for the manual food processor. Cut the peppers into quarters. Combine the onions and cilantro in a small bowl. Have the manual food processor use it to chop the onions and cilantro. I am foregoing the cilantro by choice. If I had it, I certainly would have put it in there. I just did not feel like adding it to my Walmart grocery order. So I'm just going to peel off the skin here. Probably should do this in quarters. Just to be gentle on my blades. All right. Just make sure this is on right. And all you do is there's a lock button right here. You slide it in the other direction. That pops up. And you literally push down. And the faster you go, the more it chops. And it will make it into relish if you go really fast. Let's see. Nope, a little bit more to go. Oops, did I get it on there? Nope, I came off the center. There we go. That looks good. Take the back end of my knife and just push this down into the bowl. And the great thing about this bowl is you tap off your excess from the blades. Put your blades safely into the sink. Your top safely into the sink. And it comes with a lid. Put that to the side till you're ready to use them. I'm going to get working on some of the chicken for my Southwest recipes. I'm going to get a paper plate and put the chicken for the Asian recipe to the side. Because I'm going to put all my chicken for the Southwest recipe in this bowl to stir it up with the seasoning. So we're going to cut all this up with my knife. You see how easy this just cuts right through. Now this coated knife is dishwasher safe. You just need to keep it away from the heating element. I'm using this smaller cutting board because of how much space I have. But Pampered Chef has a nice array of cutting boards you can choose from. But what I love about this small flexible cutting board is it has centimeters and inches. And it's got a silicone grip on the bottom, so if you notice, it's not moving. My chicken's moving around, I'll tell you that much. There's some pretty generous sized free-range chicken breasts. Now for the tortilla soup, I'll probably shred some of this down. I'm going to give it a go in the manual food processor. But for the fajita bites, I'll just cut them when they come out of the grill. But overall, we're going to keep them like fajitas in strips. And some of the pieces were small and cut. We're going to wash that knife and cutting board after cutting chicken. So these are the adjustable spoons. You get the big one that does the tablespoon, and then you get the teaspoon. And it just slides so that you can see. I don't know if you can see this on camera, but you can see it goes to a full teaspoon, down to a quarter, all the way down to an eighth. Down to an eighth of a teaspoon. Well, since we need to use the tablespoon, I've got this set to tablespoon, and we are doing 1 pound of chicken tenders. Oh, we're going to guesstimate. Since we're doing 3 recipes worth, we're going to do 3 tablespoons. All right. And I need to get a little bit of garlic as well. So I'm going to mix all the seasoning up on the meat before I put any veggies in there. Okay, so I think I've got this pretty mixed up. Now let's go wash my hands. Okay, so we're going to do 3 green onions, which we got right here. And I cleaned my knife. Where is it? We're going to add that to this container. They need to be just chopped. Let's see. Chopped. It doesn't say finely chopped. It just says chopped. And I am no Rachel Ray, and I do not have chef's knife skills. But this knife is doing the work. So I think that's all I'm supposed to really worry about, is letting the knife do the work. If you can see, well, you can't because I don't have the camera in the right position. See if I can fix that. There we go. You see? The knife is doing all the work. I am no Gordon Ramsay. I am no Rachel Ray. I am not even a good home cook on MasterChef. I am a wobbly Pampered Chef consultant who just started selling Pampered Chef a week ago. Getting to the end of my cutting board, so we'll put this in here. And yes, I did say I started selling Pampered Chef a week ago. Maybe 2 weeks ago. I could be wrong on that number. I think it might be 2 weeks ago. My kit came in a week ago. And I have not practiced. I just watch a lot of Food Network. Okay, one of these is done. Literally, the knife is doing the work. And I'm trying not to embarrass myself. Well, that didn't work. Now, I know one of the things that is getting discontinued is the garlic set. I have it. I don't know why I'm not using it. Mine is very old, if you can't tell. So, let's see. Yep, it worked. I didn't roll it enough times to get it completely off, but it worked. Works better than beating it with a knife. Now the garlic press. This is a big toe of garlic. Let's get that garlic in there. Look at that. That is amazing. Mm-mm-mm. I'm using the back end of the knife, y'all. Make sure I got it all through there. Pull out what I can. And then what's great is what's built into it is this little brush. And you just poke it through. Oops, sorry. Poke it through the holes to get the rest out. So easy to clean. So easy. And look at that. Comes right out. Come show those to the camera, Scott. Look what my husband made. Yum. Gotta love living in New Orleans. Secret. He's a better cook than I am. I'll admit to it. He really is. This one's hard. There we go. All right, so we got all of that mixed in. All right, y'all, I think we're ready to put this chicken on the grill. The part that's going in for the fajitas and a tortilla soup, we're going to put on this side. And then I'm going to mix in the veggies with this. Some of the veggies in here are for the fajitas and some is for the filling for the fajita bites. But that's okay because we're not going to be worrying about that. We're just going to get it all cooked on the same side of the grill. We got our timer going. We got everything happening so that we know when our meat's cooked. It needs to cook for 10 minutes at 350. And make sure all this meat fits on the grill, which it should. It's got a really big work surface. I got to fit some more over here. I'm just going to move the chicken around. I got to flip it anyway. Oops, dropped a piece. This chicken's cooking up mighty fast. So I think I'm going to have plenty of space. I can fit all this right here. I've got chicken, I've got veggies. It's smelling fantastic. I'm just going to use the tongs to get it all out. This in the sink. And we're just going to keep an eye on all the chicken. Now, if these are bigger pieces of chicken, I put the probe in to make sure they all cook the temperature. But since they're little thin tenders, we don't need to worry about that. We can eye them up. They're looking fabulous. Now the chicken for our soup is looking really good over here. The chicken with our vegetables is looking amazing. Now, how many people with other brands of grills can cook flat like this? Not many, can they? All right, time's up, and I'm turning the heat off so that the residual heat can keep cooking the chicken a little bit, and we're going to check it for temperature. I'm going to get one of my thicker pieces. Let's go with this one. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. I'll check another spot just to be safe. Yep, at least 165. So all of our chicken is cooked. We can transfer it into a pan. What I'm going to do is put everything into this one dish. And when it's time for me to make the chicken fajita bites, I will pull out what I need. And when I need meat for my soup, I will pull it from here and add it to my soup. And for fajitas, it's as simple as just pulling it out of here and sticking it on a keto tortilla. I can clean up my grill, and if I need to use it for my Asian chicken, I will do that. And just like this, with nothing added to it, this is a high protein meal for me. And I could eat it just the way it is. But putting it in the bell pepper cups makes it a really good meal for me too. But we just prepped a base, I guess you could say, for 3 different recipes from Pampered Chef. Made a little bit of mess on my grill, but that's okay. This thing's pretty easy to clean up. Now, Pampered Chef does make a larger version of these tongs. I prefer the smaller one because I have smaller hands, but also it makes it so you have more agility in your workspaces. But you can get the set of 2 of them at a reduced price instead of buying them individually if you want to get the tongs set. Come on, onion. I love onions. Get all these onions. And then Pampered Chef gives you this cleaning tool to come with your grill, so you can come through and clean stuff like this pretty easily. And once the plates cool, you can take them off, and they are dishwasher safe. So I got some of that caked on chicken juice. This is coming off pretty easily. Okay, I'll get that later. about the grill and griddle before I put it away. Okay, I have to start a voiceover because look, my battery died. I put the griddle plates on because I washed the grill plates and put them into storage. And I pulled out the drip tray and cleaned it. And that's where you also will store your probe. So you put the little foot of the probe in the tray, and I'm fumbling with it obviously, but it pops right in. And then you're going to wrap the cord around some little feet they have in there. And then you're going to store the probe itself just popped right in. So you'll see how I do it. And then you're going to slide the drip tray right underneath the griddle. And it's as easy as that. And don't forget, always carry your grill and griddle with 2 hands. If I can do it, anyone can do it. Okay, so what I'm talking about now is the height adjustment and the different features when you're using your grill or griddle attachments and the way that the top opens up. There is a little button on the side that slides up and down so that you can use the articulating lid and the adjustable height on the lid. So the way you would use the what I call salamander oven is that vertical button that you'll see, the taller of the 2 silver buttons. And this is how I'm going to use my fajita bites, the little bell pepper cups. I'm going to put my filling in and then the cheese on top. And instead of putting them in the air fryer, which is an option, I'm just going to turn on my griddle. Well, my grill. I'll put the grill attachments in. I apologize. And then turn on the bottom plate on a keep warm or a low setting and the top plate on a high setting, maybe 450. And then I'm going to pull the top down and have it hover on like a salamander oven and warm up so that the top cooks hotter than the bottom. And that's what I'm going to do. But you can put them in the air fryer to rewarm that way. But I think it would do better if the bell pepper stays crispy and doesn't get overheated on the bottom, and the topping gets nice and warm and bubbly so that cheese melts and the chicken gets really nice and hot. But when you slide that little silver button, you see how you can adjust it, kind of like a lounge chair in your backyard where you make the top, the top seating area go up and down. You can adjust it so that you can do a panini press. And don't forget you can buy an accessory add-on, the waffle plates. These are awesome. You can make waffles, chaffles, and have a blast. I bought the pancake and waffle batter mix from Pampered Chef, and I plan on doing a demo video in the future, so keep an eye out for that, definitely. I'm sure they'll be delicious. And don't forget that this has a keep warm feature. So if you're making a tuna melt for hubby or other things like that and need to keep them warm for the family, you can do that too. So this is a definite must have in the household. Order one today, and I don't know what else to say but that I love it.